I don't know what was first to crawl out of the video game primordial ooze, but Mario discovered fire, Doom invented the printing press, Half-Life split the atom, and sometime afterwards, Electronic Blizzard started tossing small country GDPs into the next one. $100 million gambles into endless development cycles and a sweet Silicon Valley office with afternoon hot the flow is a far cry from the humble blockbuster by way of garage development. So it only makes sense to come back full circle with games like Tembo riding a post-blockbuster renaissance that has super-duper Nintendo side-scrollers powered by $500 GPUs. Indie games trade charm on money like politicians legislate for donations. So when Tembo the Special Forces elephant answers a call from his tree phone, well, of course he did. But now you're telling me to press joystick button 2 to jump and hit the escape key to exit the game? Oh, how charming. Details like that are too small and obvious to be a cute side effect of small-town development, so I choose to assume it's a play for the coveted Luddite demographic churning the day's butter with their mechanical keyboards. It's not exactly a worthwhile problem, but it's a nice punctuation on the end of more meaningful sentences like, this game is $15 and 7 fucking hours long. Which isn't an inherent vice, but after taking my 10th hit because Tembo was lost in a cloud of literal kabooms, I wondered how many more seconds a game I could have gotten for my 15 bones if Mr. Indie developer spent less time on excessive animations and more time on level design. Being a critic steeped in self-deprecation, I'm fine with blaming all that on ailing eyes and terrible gaming skills. But this game wants to be about speed yet ignores momentum. Sonic worked because you built towards a frenzied dash, always on the cusp of losing it like that time you ate too much acid and spent the afternoon trying not to fall out of the floor. Yet Tembo the on-off switch of annoyance gives me either a slow walk or immediate dash, which should have an of death at the end of that bitch since I was phenomenal at flinging myself into enemies and pitfalls. Because along with laying the groundwork for side-scrolling game development, Mario Bros. Also imprinted a specific thumb muscle memory that has the first phalanx of my opposable lay on the move fast button like a drugged cat on a heating pad. So this game took me 7 hours to beat, which means it's a 5-hour game, and decades of American entitlement had me always wondering why things can't be cheaper. I actually argued with an Indian beggar once in New Delhi because the 75 cents he wanted for a chess set would have been at least 50% less expensive for a local. Yes, I'm an asshole. But when a 7-hour, 5-hour game asks me for 15 bones, I'm looking for certain things, then judging the others with a modified rule set. 15 for 7 to Activision's likely a no-go on general principle, but send it to homeboy banging out a second mortgage gamble with his friends and slack will be given, because I'd happily piss away twice that if I could sip on the bitch in a lower Manhattan speakeasy while failing to fuck the dime piece next to me because I forgot to bring my portfolio, as if I had one. Games are best enjoyed, well, by enjoying them. But it helps to look at these things as dollar per hour of fun. The problem is, by the end of the run, I was finishing the game out of spite because it saw style over substance in a GQ article and immediately tattooed the phrase on his forehead. Limbo took me half the time to beat and was worth every penny because that's just the way greatness rolls. I'd never complain about the $15 ticket for No Country for Old Men, but I saw McHale's Navy for free and proceeded to hire an actuary to calculate exactly how much value and time that filthy film robbed of me, which resulted in a response from the actuary saying her kind doesn't do that type of work. So I forwarded the email to Universal Pictures with an angry cat picture and called it a moral victory. At $5, this is cash well invested. 10, it's fair. At 15, the only thought with staying power is I just spent 15 bones on a review.